It's a new you, starting today, starting right now. A new day, changes to make, we'll show you how. Renew your mind, dear. Are you ready to transform? One step at a time, line up a line. New you, changing lives, one goal at a time.
Welcome to the New You Show. I'm Shay Olivia, and with me today is Spring.
Hi.
We are so excited to be showing you behind the scenes of our wonderful party that we had the other night, specifically on a celebration of Season 1 and a wonderful launch for Season 2. And so we're going to show you some pictures. I had a fabulous time at the party. What about you?
I had a wonderful time. It was amazing. We had a great turnout.
It was a great turnout.
Yes.
And Kendall was there from Kendall's Kitchen,
Yes.
who's also on the show, having some fabulous hors d'oeuvres and wonderful little finger foods. I loved it. It was all so yummy and a little bit fattening, but also a little bit healthy too, depending on which you picked. But I have to say, everyone was looking so fabulous that night.
Absolutely.
Everyone had a good time, and I can't just thank the staff and the crew and the whole team enough for making that such a beautiful event. It was gorgeous.
Yes, it was. And I have to tell you, I loved meeting new people, networking. Everybody was just in a happy moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what was so exciting too about the night that we get a chance to take with us was all these dreams that people had that night. We spent some time, for those of you at home that missed it, we spent some time talking about your dream. Everyone shared their dreams. And between Spring and I, we're going to share a little bit with you about the dreams that came out of that night. The first one that I have that I want to share, this person said, retire wealthy in 8 years and get their kids' colleges paid for. What an exciting dream is that? There's a dream chaser for you, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. That
I'm
is
sure
a
a
good
lot of
one.
parents feel the same way.
I would say so too, and there's so many different investment opportunities that
Yes.
you hear about that can allow people to accomplish that goal. I'm sure the SMART principles would be easy on that one.
Oh, I'm sure it would. Just a little bit of research, no problem.
Absolutely.
What I have here is that this person wanted a long and happy retirement with their sweetie.
Oh, that's a cutie.
Yes, a new love,
Yeah.
maybe rekindled, renewed.
That's right. That's right. Or a new love that lasts forever.
Absolutely.
That's a beautiful.
That's
one.
amazing.
Definitely possible too. This one says to help as many kids as possible graduate from high school and make it to college. Huh.
Wow.
So we have two that talk about kids going to college. There's a trend, it seems
There
like,
is a
with our
trend.
dream chasers
Yes.
where they want their kids to go to college. And college is getting, I think, a lot more expensive these days, I've heard.
It is.
But
It
it's
is.
not possible to save for college, right?
Not in this day and age. It's not. It's really hard. But there are other entities out there that can help them pay for their college, maybe even a grant.
Absolutely. And so it would be cool if some of these dream chasers, or those of you at home that had this dream, we were able to hook you up with the right person in the community that could help you accomplish your goal of saving for your kids' college. Reach out to us. Who knows?
Now, this person wants to find and walk down the path of love with true appreciation for what they find. And I hear the word love again. So there's another
Yes.
trend.
That is another trend. So the path of love. Does
Path of
love
love.
have its own path, you think?
I think it does.
You do?
Yeah, I really
Why?
do.
Why?
Well, we all go through journeys in life, right? And love
do.
is part of that journey.
We do. Love is definitely
Yeah.
a journey that all of us hopefully get a chance to take in this lifetime.
Absolutely. It's
Oh.
wonderful.
Well, that's definitely an accomplishable goal.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's exciting
Absolutely.
too. This one says to be debt free.
Oh, here.
We all have that one, don't we?
Yes, we do. And there's really a lot of entities out there that can help. Debt consolidation, entities that are out there, maybe getting your financial advisor involved,
Oh,
or maybe seeking one
absolutely.
out, right? Take that
Absolutely.
initial step. And you never know.
You never know.
Never know.
And we on the show, that's what we do. We pair people with the community so that they can get the best resource to help them accomplish their goals. So if your goal is to be debt free, like us,
Yes.
call us on the show. Maybe we
Absolutely.
can help. This one says to make such a difference in the world that I'm remembered long after my death. Wow. Legacy. Yeah, that's really a nice one. And that's what dream chasing is all about, is being able to do something that while you're here you're passionate about, ties to your deepest desire. And on the New You show, if we can help you build a legacy, we'd love to be part of that journey.
Absolutely. That's awesome. This one wants to spend the summer observing bears in Montana.
Wow. Now that's different from the trends that we've been hearing about.
It's very different. I think this person is a risk taker, adventurous, right?
Or maybe they're not a risk taker, but they want to be a risk taker.
Absolutely. Maybe get outside that box.
Right.
You know?
Do something new.
different. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I've never
It's
been to
amazing.
Montana. Have you?
No, I haven't, and I'm not sure if I want to be that close to a bear.
Yeah, I
but
don't think so either. But we still support you with your goal. Everyone has a dream, and we support all dreams here on the show.
yes, we do.
What other ones do you have?
Well, this person wants to have a #1 Billboard hit within the next 24 months.
Ah, I think
How
that-
amazing is that?
I think I know who
That's
wrote
huge.
that one. That
Do you
is a
really?
huge goal. I do, and I think
Oh.
you can do it. I think you can do it.
Yes.
Wow, that's really exciting.
It is definitely exciting.
A big goal.
We need to follow up on that one too.
We should.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that one says to be a writer.
Be a writer.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? You know, what it takes to be a writer. I couldn't even begin to think. I used to write poetry when I was in high school. I kind of got out of it because you kind of have to be in the moment.
Absolutely.
But being a writer,
That's so exciting, but definitely attainable.
Yes.
Going back to the SMART principles,
Right.
they're specific. They
Specific.
know they want to write, and then they also know that they can measure that by getting
Absolutely.
published, perhaps. And then they know it's attainable because there's so many. When you go to the library, every one of those people that wrote those books in the library
Right.
became a writer.
That's right.
They accomplished a goal.
Absolutely.
And so that's definitely someone that can accomplish that.
Yes, I agree.
Well, this one was super special to me, and probably to many of you at home that may be going through something like this. This goal chaser is talking about this special dream and decided to share it with us. It says, to become a mother of my own biological child. Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's a very special, sweet, specific goal, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very
And
specific.
yeah, and through the show, we decided that we wanted to be part of this journey, and so we want to introduce you to that dream chaser right now.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Take a look. Hey, welcome back to the show. I am so excited to introduce a special guest that we have here on the New You Show. It's my very good friend, Ramanda. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shay. It's such a pleasure to be here.
I am so excited that she's here with us today, and she is one of our dream chasers. And for you at the New You Home community, you understand that you too have a dream, and here on the show we help to make things happen. And Ramanda's going to share her dream with us today. So Ramanda, I have a bunch of questions for you. So first I have to say you look fabulous. Doesn't she at home? Fabuloso.
Thank you.
So when did you pick this up? Today, I'm sure?
Yes, today actually on my lunch break.
On your lunch break? You
Yeah.
are quite the shopper, aren't you?
Yeah, I love it.
You
Absolutely
do.
love it.
You
yeah.
do. And how did you get into shopping so much?
Oh gosh, growing up with 5 sisters, 5 older sisters,
Five
and
sisters.
yeah, and having, to go out and just spend some time. It was a lot of quality time spent together with the girls, and we just dressed each other. And I was the
Right.
youngest, so most of the time I was getting dressed. And then it's like the older I got, I started to shopping and doing
Yourself.
it myself. Right.
Oh,
So
wow.
I love it. I love
I would
it.
imagine you get so many compliments, I'm sure, because you always look so fabulous.
Aw.
So kudos to you,
Thank
Ramanda.
you. Thank you.
We are so excited that
Thank
you're here, and hopefully you're going to help other people with their dreams today. And their dream might be, right, to look fabulous and look as chic as you do.
Aw.
But while you're here today, I really wanted you to share a little bit about your dreams. And so as you think about this year, it's 2014.
Yeah.
Did you sit around at the beginning of the year and think about the kind of dreams that you had as you thought about, okay, my New Year's resolutions or things in my life that I wanted to do right now? Did you have like a
Absolutely.
plan of certain dreams you wanted to accomplish this year? And if so, share it with our New You community.
My dream is to be a mother, something that is just dear to my heart. I grew up with a large family. I'm the stepmother of 5 boys, and they are the loves of my life. It's all
5 boys. That's like a basketball team, y'all.
yes,
right.
it is.
Wow.
And being a biological mother is just something that I am passionate about. It's something that will complete me.
So how old were the kids when you inherited them into your life?
They were all elementary school. I had one that was going to 6th grade. So now I have one that's graduating in May.
goodness! Wow.
Yes,
So
and then
time
I'll have a senior, and then right now they'll be in 6th and 7th grade.
Oh my goodness. And so you've been a mom in a way, but you've never been through the pregnancy
Correct.
phase.
Correct.
And while you probably love those 5 boys, your whole basketball team
I
to
do.
pieces,
I do.
they must be a mess and a riot and fun and wonderful, I'd imagine,
Yes.
especially you've been able to be in their lives. I could imagine too what it must be like for you to want to have that experience of going through that whole process of birth and labor and pregnancy all
Right.
your own.
Yeah.
And so did you try before, like before you had this new love relationship and this new family, had you been trying to have a child prior to that or no?
No, it never dawned on me. I've always prayed for my husband first. So when I got with my husband, we tried to have our first child, and we were able to conceive, and I had ectopic pregnancy,
Okay.
and then it was an emergency surgery that I had to go through.
So for our viewers at home,
Mm-hmm.
first tell us, were you able to conceive easily, and did you know that you were going to have problems in your pregnancy, or did you think it was going to be an easy pregnancy? Tell us, was it easy to get pregnant, and how did you feel? Excited?
Oh my God, my first pregnancy, when we found out, we were absolutely thrilled. We were excited. We thought it was going to be a regular pregnancy.
Sure.
All of my siblings, all 8 of my siblings have children. So my mom is waiting for me. It's like, okay, babe, like, come on now, waiting for you. So when we found out, it was such a blessing, and we were so excited.
Of course.
And we called everyone, and they were excited for us, the family and the friends. One evening, I started cramping really, really bad. And it was to a point where I couldn't get out the bed. I was in bed because I had to work the next day. So I was already in bed. And I just started to cramp, and I was like, babe, something's not right. So I didn't want to go to the hospital.
Sure.
But then when it was difficult for me to even turn over that evening, he was like, okay, let's just go to the hospital just to see if everything is okay.
And how many months were you at this time, or weeks were you? How far along in the pregnancy were you?
I was 10 weeks.
Wow,
I
10
was 10
weeks.
weeks,
So for
yeah.
those of you at home
Yeah.
who may have never been pregnant, that's around 2.5 months in terms of a pregnancy. And so you're still really in the first trimester, but 10 weeks is fairly far along.
Yes.
So what happened next? You were cramping, you were not feeling good, you woke up your honey bun, and then you really didn't want to go to the hospital, but what did you do?
Well, he made me go.
Yeah, and I would say that was the right choice. So thank
Absolutely.
you for doing that.
Absolutely.
And then what happened next?
We got to the hospital, and once we got there, we went to the back we went to ER, and from the ER, the doctor came in after she did the sonogram, and she seen the baby inside my tube, which is an ectopic pregnancy, when your
Yes.
baby begins to form inside your tube. So the doctor came in after she did the sonograms, and she advised me that my baby was growing inside my tube, which is an ectopic pregnancy, when they meet and begin to become
Grow.
one.
Right, within that. And so instead of traveling from the fallopian tubes all the way into the uterus and implanting into the womb, it actually stayed in the tubes.
Correct.
And it started to grow in the tubes. And
Correct.
for those of you at home, it's very dangerous and serious for the
Yes.
mother. And I'm not an MD, but my mother went through a similar situation too. And I
Really?
remember hearing about her story and researching it. It must have been so tough for you.
Oh my gosh, I've never been through a surgery. I've never had surgery any time in my life. And for me to know that I'm pregnant, for you to actually get the sense and the feel of the child, and then immediately that child is taken away from you. Yeah, I'm crying. Wait.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So, for that child to be immediately taken away from you, I'm the only child here. I have my little brother, he's from Tallahassee, he lives in Tallahassee, but he was here at the time. So it was just me, my little brother, my sister-in-law, and my husband. That's all who I had, and I had my mother on the phone, and my sisters, we was all on three-way, so it was like 7 of us on the phone.
Wow.
And we began to pray,
Right.
because without my family,
Sure.
I was just devastated. You know, we grew up really, really close. We grew up really, really close. So without my family, I was just devastated. And my husband was there. I have the most amazing husband. Let me say that first.
Thank God, that's awesome.
I do. I have the most
Oh.
amazing husband. And he was there from day one. And he held my hand. And I remember, what I do remember is going into the OR. I remember going into the OR, and he was there, and then I don't remember anything else except
Right.
waking up and he's still there.
Wow, what an amazing story of love during one of the roughest times that you probably have experienced. But from what you told me before, it doesn't stop there. Your
Correct.
story continues. And
Yeah.
so you got through a very tough place. Your family was with you. Your loved one was with you. Sounds like he was great all throughout
He
it, which is a
was.
blessing despite the tragedy.
Right.
And it sounds like, too, that that baby didn't survive.
Correct.
You survived, thank God, and some women don't survive that type
That's
of
true.
pregnancy.
That's true.
So that's a blessing in and of itself.
That's true. So the doctor actually said if I had not come to the hospital when I did, my tube would have ruptured because the baby was growing normally. It just was not in the uterus where it is supposed to implant. So the baby was growing normally, but it was making, your tube is the size, oh my God, it's not even the size of a pinky.
Sure,
Yeah.
right.
So
And it's not meant to expand
Exactly.
for a baby when a baby
Exactly.
is born. I mean, babies are, 21 inches long
Exactly.
and they're anywhere from, 6 to 12 pounds
Right.
if you have a really big baby. And so
Correct.
it would not be able to survive there.
Correct.
And then more than that, it'd be pressing on your organs and could cause you all kinds of problems.
Absolutely. I haven't read about anyone who's actually survived a ectopic pregnancy and their baby still lived.
Right, I haven't either.
So-
I haven't either. So you are a miracle sitting here right now.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, you
Yeah.
are.
So, and actually when they did remove the baby, they did remove my tube. So it was a piece of me gone away. My very first surgery, and it was hard. I was out for 6 weeks. My mother, she came down from Georgia. She came down, and she was so thrilled the way my husband took care of me because I'm my mama's baby.
Oh, wow.
And all of you out there who know your mama's baby, mom has to be there. So
That's right.
I'm her baby. And, she came down. She thought she was going to have to stay the 6 weeks. She stayed 4 days.
Oh, wow.
And she said, she wrote me this letter that I still have. So she wrote me a letter. And she was gone before I woke up because, I would have just wanted her to stay with me.
Of course.
So she wrote me this beautiful letter before she left. And when I woke up, my husband was there, but my mother had went back to Georgia. And she just explained to me in the letter how wonderful my husband was
Oh,
and that,
that
and
is
that
such a
she didn't need to be here because he was doing such a
Absolutely.
good job.
Absolutely.
So,
She came down to be by your side,
She
and she
did.
was by your side, but
She
she
was.
realized your husband had it all taken
Yeah,
care of.
that's
And
true.
kudos out to you, husband, wherever you are, because that speaks volumes, and not every woman has it like that. That's awesome.
that's true.
And so your journey continues, and part of what I really want you to share, because there's so many other women at home that probably have gone through this, and it's
Yeah.
not just the woman, it's the men too.
That's true.
That go through this journey of trying to have a baby,
Correct.
going through tragic situations like you did. What happened next? So that was one time, and then did you try again ever to have another child? with
Oh,
your husband?
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
did the same things continue to happen, or were there
Yes.
different issues? Okay.
Yeah, it was the same thing. From the time that you take your pregnancy test and it says you're positive, you're excited.
Yeah, you
And
are.
just
are.
imagine knowing because of what happened previously that it could happen again.
Right.
And so I took that moment, I took those weeks that I was pregnant, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed, putting my feet up and until the pain come, and I knew I had to go to the hospital.
Got it. Wow.
So
Wow, imagine that at home for a minute. Just
Yeah.
thinking about the blessing, but then having that little bit of fear as you work through something like this where you're living in bliss for a little while, but you also know that one day soon there's going to be a time that's a very tough time that you have to go through. So you are also a hero, because that must have been like something else to have to be waiting and expecting that that day might come, that things might not work out the way you intended.
that's true.
And so this year in 2014, I heard you're on a new journey.
I am.
So tell our viewers at home about it, because I'm so excited about it. So tell us.
Well, due to the fact that the ectopics continued, they removed both of my tubes. So I don't have the fallopian tubes for the baby to travel to get to the uterus. So in vitro fertilization is our option, our only option.
Thank God for science and technology,
Exactly,
right? Thank God for
exactly.
that. Okay, so you decided to do in vitro. Now, was that going to be your only option, given that you didn't have the tubes anymore,
Or surrogate.
or a surrogate? Okay,
Yeah, but-
perfect. But you wanted to do in vitro
Yeah.
because you want to carry. Because for a surrogate mother, the surrogate mother carries.
Correct.
But for in vitro, you,
Correct.
the mom to be, gets
Yeah.
to carry and still actually go through the whole pregnancy process. And
Yes.
so, when did you guys make this decision, and what is it going to take?
Well, we made the decision when they removed. We had literally, we was in the waiting room for OR, and we knew that that was going to be our only option. So the doctor spoke with us and said, okay, y'all have to make a decision. We can remove the baby and keep the tube, and she's just going to continue to have ectopics, or we can remove the tube. So at that moment, she said, y'all will still be able to conceive. You just have to do it through in vitro
Got
fertilization.
it. So once you planted that seed, you guys started
Absolutely.
doing your part. I'm sure
Absolutely.
it sounds like you're a praying family, so you started
Yes.
praying and speaking on that
Yes.
thing. And
Yes.
then you decided that this year was going to be your year?
Yes.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes.
And so,
So-
what does the whole process entail for
Oh,
those
gosh.
of our viewers at home? What is
A lot of money. A lot of money.
I would
Yeah.
imagine. And so, do you have to see a special doctor? Do you have to do a lot of prep work? And how long does the process take to actually try for the in vitro process? Tell us.
Well, what happens is, for you who don't know, in vitro fertilization is when they take the sperm and the egg and they put it in the dish.
So, what happens next? So, how do you prepare for in vitro? What exactly happens? Tell the viewers at home, what's the process like? I mean, it's just so exciting. So,
Yes.
please do tell us.
It's very, very exciting to know that there is another option out there that, you know, I'll still be able to carry my own child. It's just so amazing. So what happens is, first of all, it's a lot of money. For those of you who don't know, it is a lot of money for the in vitro fertilization. And it's called IVF for short. So I'll be using that term IVF.
Okay,
yeah.
IVF. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
So the doctor takes my eggs and takes the sperm and puts them into
The sperm of your husband, right?
Yes, yes.
Just in
Yes.
case Honey Bun's listening, I want to make sure we're all
Exactly.
clear. Okay, good, perfect. Okay.
So they put them in a petri dish where they are fertilized, and 3 days later, they put the fertilized egg inside
into
of your uterus.
Wow, so it takes 3 days
Mhm.
for that baby to form. And once that baby's formed, they're going to put it with its mom.
Yes,
How exciting
that's
is
the
that?
fun part.
And then once that happens, the
2
whole
days,
2
and
days.
you take a pregnancy test.
2 days and you take
Yes.
and you take the pregnancy test, and the pregnancy test looks for a hormone called HCG,
Mhm.
human chronic gonadotropin, which is so awesome, and that's the hormone that says, "Yep, I'm pregnant."
Yay!
And so it's so exciting because we here on the New You Show, we're going to be fans and supporters of Ramanda on her journey towards
And
IVF
I'm so excited.
and towards being a mommy biologically, because she's already a mommy with 5 boys.
Yes.
But she's going to now have her own child. We're just with you, believing, putting our faith with you. We are so excited to be part of the journey. So when are you going to do it?
We are looking at September.
Oh my gosh, just a few short
I
months
know,
away.
I
I'm so
know.
excited for you.
So we're looking at September. We're gonna do it in New York.
So why New York when we're in Tampa?
Well,
Is that where the best doctors are? Do tell me.
well, that's where the best price was, price-wise.
Good.
So for
Because this is not cheap. Thousands
No.
of dollars. We're not even
Yes.
going to tell you the price, but
Yes.
thousands of dollars.
Yes.
So you guys are having to plan and budget,
Yes.
but you've done a lot of research. You've
Yes.
identified the right person.
Correct.
So September is just a few months away. So I am so excited for you. Are you nervous at all?
No,
Good for
I'm
you.
happy.
Good for you.
I'm happy. I'm thrilled about the whole, just everything. You know, my kids are even excited.
Of
They have
course.
their little schedules like, okay, Mom, because we're going to, they will implant 2 eggs.
Yes.
Usually, you know, based on your age, you know, they'll implant 2 at the most for me,
Mm-hmm.
which is okay. So they're going to implant 2 eggs, and I'm hoping and praying that both of them do take. Because I only want to experience this once. I don't want to have to, you know, go through this again with the monies and the just everything. So I'm hoping that we'll do 2, and both of them will take, so I can have my set of twins,
Oh my
and I'll be done.
Wow.
I'll be a mommy of twins, and I'm done.
Well, we are believing with you,
I'm
and I'm so
thrilled.
excited. And I cannot say the viewers at home are with you too, praying and believing that this dream will come to pass. We know that you've made every effort, and who is more deserving than anyone who truly is passionate about wanting a child?
Yes.
And so for those of you at home that might be in Ramanda's shoes, you're one too that have a dream of being a mommy, a biological mommy. I would love for you to share with us your story like Ramanda did today, which was so brave. But Ramanda being here helped a lot of you at home. If you're at home and this is you, do it. Create a plan, get together with that special loved one in your life, start working on a budget, do your research,
Absolutely.
and most of all, don't give up.
That's
It's
it.
never too late to chase your dream.
That's true.
Ramanda, I'm so excited and proud for you guys.
Thank
We're with
you.
you here on the New Year's
Thank
show.
you.
I want to give you a hug.
Oh,
I'm so excited for you. And the show will be tracking you every step of the way.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. For all of you who's out there, don't give up. Don't let no one tell you no. Don't let anyone tell you no.
That's good. Thank you again. Thank you so much, Ramanda, for being
My
on the
pleasure.
show.
My
And
pleasure.
you will be seeing more of Ramanda. She will be one of our goal chasers.
Yes.
And we'll be watching and tracking her dream every step of the way. All right, back to the show.
Hi, I'm Spring. I know a lot of you out there have goals, deep desires, and passions that you want to share with us. We'd love to hear those from you. Visit our website at www.newsshow.com. You can follow us or tweet us on Twitter, connect with us on LinkedIn, check out our episodes on YouTube, and also reach out to us on Facebook. Who knows, you may be selected to take part in our show and be featured as our everyday celebrity. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, we're about changing lives, one goal at a time.